concerned that, of course, religious-inspired hate crimes are on the rise.
That my administration will do everything in its power to defend and protect religious liberty.
The president released a statement saying he condemns the protests on campus.
As God is punishing America for tolerating homosexuality.
America must forever remain a tolerant society where all
Religious freedom is ordained to all citizens of the United States because of the First Amendment. In the Constitution it states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech. This means that people also have the freedom of speech that can be used to disagree passionately with different religions, and it also means that people have the freedom to voice their deep dislike of another religion without it being a crime. Education and exposure to religions that are often discriminated against is important, but it's just as important to draw a line between religious freedom and using that freedom in order to get away with things that are not widely considered moral. First, religious tolerance. The FBI found that there were 1,584 victims of religiously driven hate crimes in 2016. About 54.4% of those victims were from attacks motivated by an anti-Jewish bias, while 24.5% of the victims were from attacks motivated by an anti-Muslim bias. But this doesn't only affect minority religions, as there were 65 victims from an anti-Catholic bias attack as well. A study in the American Journal of Public Health found that religious intolerance, hate crime or not, causes people to develop issues such as depression, PTSD, a higher BMI, and worse blood pressure. We interviewed people from various religions at Lake Forest High School in order to find out what their experiences with religious tolerance have been.
Are you part of any organized religion? If so, which one? If not, what are your beliefs?
I'm a Buddhist.
I am a part of an organized religion. I am Catholic.
I am a non-denominational Christian.
Hi, I'm Randy and I'm Jewish.
I am a Muslim, so I'm part of the Islamic religion.
I am not a part of any organized religion, but I am agnostic and I do go to a Jewish summer camp.
I am a Buddhist.
Have you ever been made fun of or attacked for your beliefs?
Not here, just like a lot of ignorance and like people not necessarily like knowing what it is, and like definitely like a lot of like jokes about like Islam and terrorism.
I lost quite a few friends because I defended one of my friends who's Jewish, or I defended like someone called someone else a Jew and I said stuff and that cannot be said, and so I lost quite a few friends for that. I was called, a wannabe Jew and all this other stuff.
People who've attacked my beliefs, but they haven't known that I believe in them.
I used to live in a Jewish town where being Christian was different. Wasn't made fun of, but I was picked on a little bit for it.
I've never been made fun of, mainly because I don't really talk about my beliefs so much. I'm proud to be a Buddhist, but I usually don't talk about it to people, so I've never been made fun of.
I've never been made fun of for my beliefs because I've always been around a lot of Jewish people.
In every community, there can be issues with religious tolerance, particularly to minority religions. Too often, people use majority religions, such as Christianity, in order to preach their beliefs that are widely considered immoral to a larger audience, and convince that audience to join in and believe as well in these things. An excellent example is the Westboro Baptist Church, who uses these freedoms of speech and religion to their advantage when they go to picket soldiers' funerals, that even the Supreme Court, based off the First Amendment, had to allow. Some religious cults also use freedom of religion in order to do immoral things. Even if someone is brainwashed into joining a cult and staying within it as a minor and doesn't accept alternatives for a different life other than cult life, because they have freedom of will and freedom of religion, cases often get dropped. Like the George case, where a 14-year-old girl joined a cult called ISKCON in order to run away from home, and ISKCON helped her hide from her parents. The cult was charged with kidnapping and brainwashing her. Her case has since been appealed twice, and still nothing has happened. Seeing these two sides to religious freedom, it is clear why it is such a subject of debate in the United States. On one hand, people should have religious freedom in order to practice their religion without interference and feel safe to do so. Tolerance is important. But on the other hand, people can and do use these freedoms the wrong way. There is an argument that some of it should be moderated for the safety of the nation and its people, but that can have its own limitations of potentially creating more religious bias. It's a double-edged sword, and education and teaching people about these two sides and how they affect American people is incredibly important.